Instructor Ma. Welcome to the World Hapkido News Show, your complete resource for Hapkido news, events, and entertainment. Before we get started, remember to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos like this one. Now on with the show.
Hello, and welcome to the World Hapkido News Show. I am your show host, Grandmaster Richard Hackworth, President of the USA Hapkido Union. Today I want to tell you about the top 3 reasons to tune in to World Hapkido News Show. For martial arts enthusiasts, practitioners of Hapkido, and anyone curious about this dynamic Korean discipline, staying informed and connected is key. Look no further than the World Hapkido News Show, your premier source for all things Hapkido. By tuning in regularly, you'll unlock a wealth of benefits that will enrich your understanding and appreciation of this powerful art. Here are the top 3 reasons why you shouldn't miss an episode. 1. Stay informed on the latest global Hapkido developments. In the ever-evolving world of martial arts, staying up to date on the latest news, events, and trends is crucial. World Hapkido News serves as your central hub, bringing you timely information from across the globe. Whether it's announcements about international tournaments, updates on new techniques and training methodologies, insights into the philosophies and history of Hapkido, or interviews with prominent figures in the Hapkido community, this show keeps you in the know. Imagine learning about a groundbreaking seminar happening in Korea, discovering a new self-defense application being taught in Europe, or hearing directly from a grandmaster about the future of Hapkido. World Hapkido News delivers these valuable insights directly to you. This ensures you're always part of the global Hapkido conversation and aware of opportunities for growth and learning. 2. Connect with the global Hapkido community. Hapkido is more than just a martial art. It's a global community of dedicated individuals who share a passion for discipline, self-improvement, and the art itself. World Hapkido News fosters this sense of community by providing a platform for sharing stories, experiences, and perspectives from practitioners and instructors worldwide. Through interviews, features on different Hapkido schools and organizations, and coverage of international events, the show helps you connect with fellow enthusiasts across geographical boundaries. This exposure can be incredibly inspiring, allowing you to learn from the diverse approaches and experiences within the Hapkido world. You might discover new training ideas, find inspiration in the journeys of others, or even forge connections with potential training partners or mentors from around the globe. 3. Deepen your understanding and appreciation of Hapkido. Beyond just news and events, World Hapkido News delves into the deeper aspects of Hapkido. The show often explores the philosophical underpinnings of the art, examining its historical roots, ethical considerations, and the principles that guide its practice. You'll gain a richer understanding of the why behind the techniques, not just the how. Segments might cover the meaning behind specific movements, the importance of respect and discipline in training, or the application of Hapkido principles in everyday life. By engaging with this content, you'll elevate your appreciation for Hapkido beyond the physical techniques, fostering a more holistic and meaningful connection to the art. This deeper understanding can enhance your training, improve your focus, and ultimately make you a more well-rounded Hapkido practitioner or enthusiast. Don't miss out on this invaluable resource. To stay connected, informed, and inspired by the world of Hapkido, be sure to click to like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts and insights, and share the World Hapkido News Show with your fellow martial arts enthusiasts on social media. Let's grow the global Hapkido community together. I personally invite you to check out our daily posts and content at facebook.com/USAHapkidoUnion. We will be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Ready to become a life champion? Dive into Be a Life Champion, The Martial Arts Way by Grandmaster Richard Hackworth, the ultimate guide to unlocking your potential using martial arts principles. Transform your life using the powerful techniques and wisdom found in martial arts. This book will inspire you to conquer challenges and elevate every aspect of your life. Master the art of living like a true champion. Available now on Amazon.
Hello, I'm Grandmaster Jay Jainot. I am the Vice President of the USA Hapkido Union and the founder of Jaimu Kwan Hapkido. The mindfulness meditation taught in Hapkido? Mindfulness meditation is an integral part of Hapkido training. It's more than just a relaxation technique. It's a tool for developing focus, awareness, and inner peace. This practice, when combined with physical training, enhances the practitioner's overall well-being and martial arts skills. The core principles of mindfulness meditation in Hapkido: focus on the present moment. Hapkido practitioners are trained to be fully present in the moment. This means paying attention to the sensations of the body, the rhythm of the breath, and the movements being performed. Non-judgmental awareness. Mindfulness encourages observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. This allows practitioners to release negative emotions and cultivate a more positive mindset. Acceptance. Hapkido teaches acceptance of oneself and others. This includes accepting one's limitations and strengths, as well as the ever-changing nature of life. The benefits of mindfulness meditation for Hapkido practitioners. Enhanced focus and concentration. Regular mindfulness practice improves the ability to focus on a specific task, such as a technique or a sparring match. Improved body awareness. By paying attention to the body's sensations, practitioners can better understand their physical limitations and strengths. This leads to more efficient and effective movement. Reduce stress and anxiety. Mindfulness meditation helps to calm the mind and reduce stress, which can interfere with training and performance. Increase self-awareness. By observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, practitioners gain a deeper understanding of themselves. Enhanced emotional regulation. Mindfulness helps to regulate emotions, allowing practitioners to respond to situations calmly and rationally. How to incorporate mindfulness meditation into Hapkido training. Mindful breathing. Start each training session with a few minutes of mindful breathing. Focus on the sensation of the breath entering and leaving the body. Mindful movement. Pay attention to each movement during training, focusing on the flow of energy and the connection between the mind and body. Meditation during breaks. Take short breaks during training to meditate. This can involve sitting quietly, focusing on the breath, or simply observing the thoughts that arise. Formal meditation practice. Dedicate time each day to formal meditation practice, such as sitting meditation or walking meditation. By incorporating mindfulness meditation into their training, Hapkido practitioners can unlock their full potential and experience the transformative power of this ancient art. Thank you for watching today's show. I look forward to meeting you in person at one of our events soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for you, yes you, to follow the world's leading martial arts profile at Instagram.com/WMA Media Official, where you can get the most motivational, inspirational, and educational advice from the world's leading martial arts organizations all in one place.
Hey folks, Keith and John having a bit of fun here again. So this one I want to go for a single chest grab, okay? Now, a lot of systems, a lot of styles talk about the getting the hand away, okay? Taking that hand off, breaking his grip, changing. I actually don't mind that being there. Now I know where this hand is, it's now secured. So what I want to do is I'm afraid of is either his headbutt coming or this hand coming, okay? So first things first, securing this hand, keeping it there, because now I know where it is. I've got fingers into his eyes, palm to his face, fingers to his windpipe, carotid artery attack. But we're going to go for, say, fingers towards the eyes. Just for a pure and simple reason to get John's head back. Now I create a hammer fist onto his chest, kick kick to the groin, whatever happens to be. But the initial movement is, don't break away the grip. Keep it there. You know where it is. It's safe. Secure it. Strike to the eyes. Hammer fist. And then I can go into a throw, takedown. I can then go into some of the locks. I can now go into some of the other stuff that's there. But the initial movement is, don't get rid of this hand. Don't try and worry about getting rid of this hand. Keep it there. Strike towards his face or his eyes. Make him look away. Hit him in the throat. Take away his breath. And then move on from there. As I said, guys, just a little quick clip. Hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully it gives you an idea. Thank you very much.
Martial Arts Lifestyle 365, the world's leading martial arts resource.
Hello, this is Grandmaster Ronald Stone, and I'm here with, it's an honor to have Grandmaster Shane Miller with me as a practice partner. I'm in street garb today because this series of podcasts or techniques is about improvising weapons. And we're talking about times in your life where you're not allowed to carry a weapon, but you may still encounter danger. And so in this case, one of the tricks of the trade is if you're traveling, if you're on an airplane, if you're in some place where they're very persnickety, a nice little trick is to carry a smoking pipe. Now, you may be in a place where they frown on you smoking, but nobody's ever told me I can't hold one. And so a pipe is a relatively innocuous object. You can usually carry it in your pocket, or you can have it, in your pants pocket. But the nice part about a pipe is when you hold it, again, like this, it now becomes a striking weapon. And we talked about this. So some weapons are meant to be used as striking and some are meant to be thrown. In this case, it makes a very nice striking weapon. So somebody comes at you and, before they get to you, you're in the areas of maximum damage for self-defense, life-threatening scenario. Don't try this on your kids when you're trying to teach them something. This is for my life's in danger. So from here, he comes in, and that makes a really wicked weapon going into an eyeball. Okay? It also makes a nice wicked weapon going into the throat. You can use it for the pressure points on the side of the neck. Again, it's not meant to be used striking in this sort of way because, again, you can break it or whatever, but straight in as a striking tool, the solar plexus works very well for that. And if you happen to dodge, again, it comes off, you can shove that right through his ear or his temple, and he's out of the fight. And again, nobody's going to suspect. You can get it in your pocket. Well, I smoke, but I don't have any tobacco in it right now because we're in a smoke-free, weapon-free, high probability of danger area. So the pipe makes a nice weapon. And what's also good is that nobody's going to question why you have a little metal pipe tool, which usually includes a tamper, which we're not going to worry about, but it also includes a little pointy spike to clean the tobacco out of the pipe, and a little sharp spoon. Now these things make very nice weapons for the eyes, the ears, the throat, and nobody is going to question why you're walking around with one of these when you have a pipe in your pocket. And I've taken these through airports, so somebody bends over you in an airplane, there's nothing that says that, gee, I just happened to have this in there when I shoved it up into his eyeball and took his gun away from him. But these are just improvised little weapons that you can carry. So for those of us who are pipe smokers, makes a good habit. And, a lot of people don't think it's a good habit, but it's very relaxing. And for those of you who don't approve of smoking, it makes a very good self-defense tool that no one will suspect. Again, thank you, and thank you for helping. And we'll see you soon.
If you practice Taekwondo, Tang Soo Do, Hapkido, Judo, or any other Korean martial art, you will find the top experts in the world in our community at facebook.com/groups/Korean martial arts. We invite you to join today.
Hey folks, Steve O'Keefe here. Welcome to video number 3 of the sequence. In the last 2 videos we went through technique is key, and the principles of breaking force and transferring of energy. Okay, so hopefully they made sense if you've seen them already. Video number 3, we're going through the importance of mental training and visualization. I touched on it briefly at the end of video 2, but it's the visualization and the mental training to know the difference between I'm going to try or I'm going to do. And it is a huge element. I remember, quick story, whereas I was getting ready for my black belt a long time ago, and I said to my dad, who was my instructor, yeah, I'm going to try this. And he said, no, we leave it till the next day. I said, what do you mean? So we leave it the next day. I didn't understand at the time. I thought, why aren't we doing this break tonight? And he said, purely because my mental awareness wasn't there. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. He didn't want me to just give it a try. He wanted me to say, yeah, I'm going to get it done. So the next training session, he said to me, well, are we going to do this break tonight? I went, yes, we are. And then he let me do the break, and I got through the break. Not saying I wouldn't have got it the first time, but he didn't want to take a chance that my mental state wasn't there. Now, the reason I tell you that story is, if you go up to, whether it be 1 board, 2 boards, 5 boards, 6 boards, doesn't matter. You know, I've been in competition where I've seen guys doing 20 plus boards in one strike. So it is possible, it is there. I have personally done it too. So, but again, we're not here to talk about my numbers. We're here to try and get across to you guys about how you need to have the mental focus and the vision to say, I'm going to break this. Not I'm going to try, I'm going to break it. If you've trained hard enough for it, you've done your conditioning, you've done your training, your instructor has said, yeah, you're definitely ready for this, and then let's get it done. When it comes to the visualization, like I said before in the past 2 videos, the visualization is beyond the strike. So I remember the first time I ever seen somebody stack 20 boards in a competition when I was in Connecticut, and I thought, oh my god, that's huge. That's a huge stack. Which it is, and there's no taking away from it. It's 20 inches of wood. I thought, wow, how's he going to do this? So I stood back and I watched, because coming from Ireland, we didn't have boards ready to break. We had concrete roof tiles, we had clay roof tiles, we had concrete blocks. The boards here are completely different to America. So, and anybody who's come here to break with me will tell you the boards here are different. So we never really broke boards. So I stood back and watched, and the guy punched through 20 of those boards. I thought, wow, that's an impressive stack. And I said to him afterwards, I said, how did you visualise that one? He said, I wasn't looking at the stack. He said, I was looking at the bottom. So he had done his homework, he had done his preparation, that he was looking at the carpet below the boards. So the fact that they were stacked on a couple of paving blocks, and they were stacked quite high, when he punched, he was aiming for the floor and nothing was stopping him. So that's the perfect visualization, and the mental training that goes into it is so key. You know, I often get asked, is it mind over matter? Is that how breaking works? Not really, but it is part of it. So when mind over matter kicks in, you say to yourself, I have the conditioning done. My hands are ready. My feet are ready. Whatever it happens to be, whatever the strike happens to be, I know I've done the work. So yeah, mind over matter comes in now, because when I apply mind over matter to correct technique, to the power transfer and the energy transfer, everything works in a beautiful, beautiful sequence. Okay? Now, when it comes to the correct technique, and we're going to go back to the correct technique, the first video, there is an arc that happens when you swing your arm. Okay, so if I swing from the very top, it hinges here at the shoulder and it arcs down. If I do not drop my weight at the right time, the arc goes the wrong way and doesn't go through the whole block. So if that's the top of the boards, and this is the bottom of the boards, the arc starts here and all of a sudden does that. Now the correct technique is not applied. So you haven't dropped your body, you haven't applied the correct technique. So maybe the stack was a little bit too high for this shot. So that's where the importance of the energy transfer. And as I said, I'm going to keep going back over. Video 1, technique is the key. Video 2, it is the importance of the power transfer. And then number 3 is the mental training and the visualization that I have done everything I can possibly do for this. So when it comes down to that break, I must visualize I'm not hitting that top board, I'm hitting the bottom one. The other ones are just in the way, that's all. Okay, so when you get that visualization, that mental training of I'm not hitting the top, I'm hitting that bottom one, or better still, I'm hitting the carpet on the floor, boom, and everything drops and everything goes through. Technique is correct, everything is correct. Okay, we'll be moving on to the next video. I hope this one makes sense.
I'm Instructor Ma, and along with your show hosts and sponsors, we thank you for watching today's show. Be sure to share this with your friends, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss a single exciting episode. You can visit our sponsors by the following links in the video descriptions.